The FA Cup draw saw Manchester's two clubs meet at Old Trafford. A derby is always a tricky tie, but United were vulnerable, having lost at home to Middlesbrough only 3 days earlier. City were still flying high after their astonishing comeback in the previous round. They'd beaten Tottenham Hotspur 4-3 after being 3-0 down at half-time. So City would take heart and no little inspiration from that earlier remarkable comeback. But a United side containing the likes of Giggs, Van Nistelrooy, Scholes and Ronaldo would always have goals in it.
A very good afternoon to you from me, Peter Brackley, and what excitement awaits us then from Old Trafford. The FA Cup and a Manchester derby in front of a full-throated crowd at one of English football's most celebrated sporting arenas. What more could you ask for? Manchester United against Manchester City, two famous clubs whose rivalry has spanned many a decade. And even though United, the reigning Premiership champions, have been, of course, very much the dominant force in recent times, City fans are still dining out on that extraordinary comeback in the last round replay at Tottenham. And are hoping that will be sufficient inspiration for Kevin Keegan's team to produce another FA Cup performance to savour. On paper at least, it's a tall order given United's obvious superiority in terms of their respective seasons. Well, let's take a check on the teams, starting with United. Gary Neville is back, and also the inspirational Roy Keane, not only to bolster the midfield but also to give the back players some much needed protection. There also starts for Phil Neville and for Ronaldo. Louis Saha is cup-tied. Well, here's the Manchester City side that Keegan is pinning his birthday hopes on. No Nicolas Anelka, that's the big blow for them. The brilliant, enigmatic French striker is again missing through injury. And Keegan has gone for Antoine Sibierski rather than John Macken, the hero of the last round, to partner Fowler up front. Sean Wright-Phillips, Keegan hopes, will provide vibrant support from the flank. In midfield, there's Steve McManaman, who at Anfield on Wednesday made his first start since the beginning of the new year on returning to his old club. And in goal, Icelander Arni Arason. Today's referee is Jeff Winter. United against City, St Valentine's Day. But not much love lost between these two. A drab but dry afternoon in Manchester as United get us underway. As ever, a highly charged, emotive atmosphere for a derby game at Manchester's Theatre of Dreams. Scholes in pursuit. Neville flicked on then by Keane. Here's Van Nistelrooy. Terrific movement from the Dutchman. Ryan Giggs. And Scholes is in there. It's a fabulous United goal. They have been threatening one for some time, and it has been delivered in some style. Wonderfully slick, cohesive approach play. And there was the deadly Scholes in at the finish. 2 in the third round against Aston Villa. And on the score sheet again today. Really good passing from United. Van Nistelrooy to Giggs. Well, you would still fancy Reina maybe to have cleared there. And as Arason, the goalkeeper, came out, Scholes nipped in between two defenders and goalkeeper to guide it home. That takes him into double figures now for the season. His third then in the FA Cup. Back by Van Boyten. Look at the space here down the left for Scholes. That is the danger of only playing 3 at the back. If the right man from midfield isn't covering. Gary Neville. A theatrical dive. If he's not careful, he'll be booked for that. Well, City were incensed, but McManaman they're getting involved with Neville, who surely headbutted him. Goodness me. Well, there was no way it was a penalty. Neville, for my money, dived. City players reacted furiously. And then this broke out. Everybody rushing in to defend teammates. I think that's Silvestre who's been caught. He's off. And if the referee saw what I saw, I can't see that he has any argument. A headbutt, it was quite clear. He stuck his head into his opponent's face. Gary Neville sent off. And Alec Ferguson, having seen his team forge their way in front, will be furious with him. Neville, of all people, such an experienced player. Well, there was the tackle from Tarnack. Neville says penalty, but surely, no way. And then McManaman and Neville exchanging abuse, and it went beyond that. O'Shea. Well, the football may not have been of the highest quality, but certainly plenty of talking points. Ryan Giggs goes down by Dunn. And Keegan will feel his team are back in this cup tie now. And they might have drawn level. Here's Scholes. Now Neville. Paul Scholes again. This is Fortune. Giggs. They've got away too from Dunn. Still Giggs. Clipped in towards Ronaldo. Offside. Been a lot of debate this week about offsides and the new interpretation of the rules. No doubt there. He was the recipient of a pass when he was in an offside position. Silvestre surely went through the back of Fowler there. Jeff Winter presumably allowing play to go on, allowing City the advantage. Sibierski, they might thank him for it. Here's Sean Wright-Phillips! A really good block by Tim Howard to spare United's brushes. Four defenders strung out at the back. He still couldn't counter the threat here of Sean Wright-Phillips until that fine stop from Tim Howard. Decent ball in. Chance. Oh, what a save again from Howard. Another magnificent stop from the American goalkeeper. Joey Barton really brought the best out of him then. It was a stupendous save. City defied, but for how long? Turner swinging it over. That was Distan almost on the end of it. McManaman. United for once are being pegged back. Wright-Phillips. And again by Howard. Steve McManaman. There were two players surely then in offside positions, distracting the goalkeeper's view. And he really excelled himself yet again. So from point-blank range, he had to react so quickly then. That was heading for the far corner. Sibierski won it well. And it was fired in by Barton. That was Giggs to Van Nistelrooy. Always a danger of United getting another one. That was Distan. Vehement shout for handball from the fans. Not really from Van Nistelrooy. And certainly referee Winter was unconvinced. See again from this angle. That was ball to hand if anything. I'm not even sure it did hit his arm. Ronaldo. Van Nistelrooy. Ball by Van Boyten, but only at Keane. City felt they might have had a free kick there. Ronaldo to bend it in, and it's in at the far post from Ruud van Nistelrooy. You cannot relax for a moment against this fellow. Just when it seemed that City might find an equaliser, it's United who've claimed the second goal of this game, and maybe now put this tie beyond City's reach. Knocked out by Van Boyten. Van Nistelrooy is certainly onside here. Ronaldo's cross. And he sneaked in at the far post. Pretty much unattended then, Van Nistelrooy. And the poacher of his class is not going to miss from there. He had to quickly adjust his balance. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. And such relief for their fans around the stadium. And of course, for the manager. He knows it's been tough in this second half. Goal number 103 in a Manchester United jersey. His 23rd goal of this season. Striker supreme. He's up there with the very best that United have had down the years. And City will be thinking at the moment, if only we had someone with that ability to finish off our promising moves. Van Boyten. City will be so disheartened. Coming into this game without Nicolas Anelka, their main striker. They knew it would be a grueling afternoon, but all the same, they were right back in it, you felt. But maybe not now. Van Nistelrooy could well have seen them off. And no one will be more relieved to see that go in than Gary Neville. Giggs to Ronaldo, who supplied the service from the right that led to the goal. Paul Scholes, who claimed United's opener. It's Fortune now. Just ghosting away from Sibierski. And Nistelrooy was in the middle. Oh, tremendous save, but finally in, is it? Yes, from Ronaldo. 2 goals in quick succession, and surely now United are coasting through to the quarter-finals. City caught off guard again. That burst from Fortune helped to set it up, and despite a blinding save from Aaronson, I think from Giggs, United have scored again. Two goals in 2 minutes. And there was Ronaldo after Harrison's save. That was a wonderful one too from Giggs. Although the angle was tight, Ronaldo found the net. What a save that is from Harrison. Well, if it was going to be hard for City, now it surely is beyond them. Only his second goal this season, Ronaldo. It's a crucial one. And even allowing for the last round and their heroics at White Hart Lane, you can't really see City coming back from this. But then who did on that occasion? McManaman. They've only got just over 15 minutes to find another miracle. If not, they're going out. And United, their big rivals are going on. Ronaldo will be full of himself now. Phil Neville just sets the relief among the United fans around the stadium. Certainly a few were holding their breath before the second goal. Kevin Keegan feels his team haven't been playing that badly lately, and I think that's been borne out again today. But here they are, on the wrong end of a 3-0 scoreline. And you do begin to wonder, although he has the backing of the board at the moment, Kevin Keegan, you wonder how long it will go on if they continue to keep losing. McManaman threaded on, but Fowler can't quite latch on to it. But you do just wonder what might have been, and he'll be thinking this now, if only McManaman had put that chance away. If only Howard hadn't pulled off a couple of brilliant saves. They have definitely been turning points. But Ronaldo's goal now has left City with a mountain to climb. Goals, inevitably Van Nistelrooy. And now Ronaldo on the score sheet, and some glum faces among the City fans. Suddenly their world has fallen apart. McManaman will be reliving that moment when he didn't put the ball past Tim Howard for a long time to come. Antoine Sibierski. It's bad enough going out of the FA Cup, but to lose to United as well, it's all too much for most City fans to bear. McManaman. Could have been a different story. On by Claudio Reyna. Fowler onside. Ronaldo still working tirelessly up and down that right flank for Manchester United. Sometimes fatters to deceive, but he's provided some telling moments today. Fowler. Now it's Barton. United on the back foot again. It's done. Van de Staan. Oh, another chance, and this time it is in from Michael Tarnat. Surely it's not going to happen again, is it? Much less time than they had at White Hart Lane. And with all due respect to Tottenham, this is Manchester United they're playing. But Tarnat was left free there at the far post from Distan's header. He lost the marking completely. The concentration had gone, and it was a thumping finish from Tarnat. And the German has thrown his team a lifeline with some 13 minutes left. Not quite over yet. Ronaldo. Good challenge from Van Boyten. Distan seems to have gone forward now, playing as an attacker. And they're all over the place at the back. Giggs. Here's Van Boyten. It's Tarnat who comes scampering back. Keane battling away in midfield. Took a whack there. Barely batted an eyelid. Ronaldo. Teasing his man, clearly brought down by Tarnat. Free kick to United. Looking now to drive home the final nail in City's coffin. The 10 men of Manchester United. I think with only 6 they beat both teams. Van Nistelrooy starting in an offside position. Keane, and finally in by Van Nistelrooy, who was onside by the time it reached him. Not interfering in that first phase, but he certainly was at the finish. Keane, who came hammering round the back. As it's played in now, that is deemed to be onside. There's Keane, really forceful header, but unselfishly laying it back into the path of Van Nistelrooy, who claims his 4th FA Cup double. Can't stop scoring, this fellow. 24 now this season, and it's 4-1, and the 3-goal advantage is restored. McManaman. Heading into the last 5 minutes. This is Richard Dunn. Out by Ronaldo. That was a loose challenge then by Keane. Rare miscalculation by him on Joey Barton. It might be Sibierski again, or Tarnat. He has 1 goal this afternoon, and may well fancy his chances of claiming another one, but it's Fowler, and he has caught out Tim Howard. Such quick thinking then by Fowler. 4-2. Well, all credit to City, they do keep going. United still getting themselves organised. You can take the kick, you can see Jeff Winter saying there, on you go if you want to. And he has placed it beautifully beyond Tim Howard, who was still preparing himself on the goal line, on the other post. Aston Villa were caught out in similar fashion by Arsenal's Thierry Henry a few weeks back, you might remember. Well, I'm all with the attacking team on those occasions. They don't have to wait for the defending team to get themselves ready. Here's Richard Dunn. Sibierski! Well, you write this team off at your peril. Tried really well then, and that was only inches away from a third City goal. And once again, United not looking comfortable defensively. That's what now, 10 in 4 games they've let in, as Fowler claims his first in 7. Nicky Butt about to come on for United, just to help them batten down the hatches, I would think, in the last few minutes. But if City were to get another one now, well, anything might happen. Van Buiten has gone up there to join Distin and Sibierski. There is Distin. It's Fowler. Well, they can't complain in this game that they have not had the opportunities. Well won by Distin. Van Nistelrooy against Distin. Less than 15 seconds now remaining. Passing the extra time that Jeff Winter has found. Barton trying to ride the tackles. Keaton just won't give up. Fowler, Sibierski. Here's the Frenchman again, then Fowler. Wouldn't quite run for him. Claudio Reyna. That was Van Buiten up in the midst, the thick of the action. But it's Manchester United, aided by 2 goals from Ruud van Nistelrooy, who are going on to the last 8. And it's all smiles for the United fans and for their manager at Old Trafford. Winners over Manchester City, Kevin Keegan's team, in the end by 4 goals to 2.
United would go on to win that year's competition, beating Millwall 3-0 at the Millennium Stadium. As their crosstown rivals continued to pick up trophies, City could only look on with envy.